Robin, we have some breaking news.
Yeah, let's get back out to Southwest Integris Hospital right across the street. Let's show you a live picture if we can. There's been a little bit of commotion going on. We know one person was rushed to the hospital after being shot. There's crime scene tape up at the emergency room, but across the street, we just saw a couple of people walk past our cameras right here at this location. And then police went across the street there at Western and 42nd and started chasing some people. So there's some homes right there. And police with guns drawn right now. You're watching live. We saw it look like two young guys walking across the street. There was another officer who went around the home here, but these two officers with guns drawn, a third officer on the other side of the house. This is breaking news unfolding live right here on News 9. Again, one person taken to Southwest Integris Hospital there with a gunshot wound. They actually put the crime scene tape up around the emergency room. Now this is playing out as they are possibly looking for suspects. Keep it here on News 9. We're updating the breaking news when we come back.
Live from downtown Oklahoma City, Oklahoma's own News 9 starts now.
We are following breaking news right now on the southwest side of Oklahoma City. This is a live picture. Police, putting the drone up in the air, looking for suspects. That's because one person was just brought to Southwest Integris Hospital with a gunshot wound. They have crime scene up around the emergency room. We just heard a shot fired, and police are here at this location across the street from Integris Southwest Hospital, right at Southwest 44th and Western. We're panning back over to the hospital. The car there in front at the emergency room is the one who brought the victim with the gunshot wound. This is a live picture playing out. Our Addie Crawford is there. We're talking with her coming up in just a moment.
And if you guys need to go to the breaking news, you just let me know.
I don't know if we're seeing somebody put their hands up.
Okay.
Let us know, control booth, if you want to take that shot right here.
Can we take it possibly because there is a scene unfolding on the southwest side of Oklahoma City right now.
See a suspect putting his hands up. What happened earlier is a shot was heard, a gunshot was heard right across the street from the hospital. Police ran over there, and now it looks like they have someone with their hands up, and police had their gun drawn out here.
We heard that there were some gunshots fired right in this area. The scene is unfolding because across the street here is Integris Southwest Hospital. And now as they are making the suspect, put his hands on the back of his head and back up to
surrendering.
Yep.
He's surrendering right now, so you can see him stepping back towards police. Police are giving him commands. We're getting all of this information from our reporter who's right behind police. You can see they have him in their sights with that green sight. They are hoping things end peacefully right here, but apparently they heard a gunshot across the scene from the hospital, ran over, started searching this backyard, and we're being told this is the person they believe fired that gunshot. And you can see a huge police presence, Storm.
And just across the street from this is Southwest Integris, and the ER there is currently roped off with crime scene tape. Police tell us someone showed up with a gunshot wound to the hospital in a blue vehicle right across the street from this. And our crew there on the scene was looking at that crime scene when these shots rang out and police rushing across the street.
They now have him in handcuffs. You're watching this unfold live right here on News 9, and they are going to back him all the way over to the police car. So there are several officers there at the scene kind of investigating the initial story, which was a gunshot victim showing up to the hospital, and then they heard a shot fired, run across the street, and now they have this man in custody after trying to find him in that backyard.
Yeah, this is playing out again on the southwest side of Oklahoma City, right near Southwest 44th and Western. That cross street there where that house is actually Douglas. And our Addie Crawford is there. I don't know if we can talk to her, but she was watching this unfold. She messaged back to us that there were shots fired. She heard. We saw police run across the street from the Integris Hospital there to this home that is still surrounded by law enforcement officers. Storm, we watched it play out on the cameras. We saw two men actually walk in front of the cameras. I can hear Addie Crawford. I don't know if we can talk to her right now. If we can get the word, if yes, we can talk to her.
If you can hear me, let me know.
Addie, go ahead. What are you seeing right now? Because this is an active police scene there on the southwest side.
Robin, I'm not really sure what's unfolding right now, but police are walking into the backyard of this home. They actually hopped this fence and they're walking with their guns drawn. Looks like a flashlight out as well. This has really been a crazy scene here this morning. We heard these gunshots rung out probably about 5 of them, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right back to back to back to back. And instantly these police officers sprung into action. Oh, they're saying this is the Oklahoma City Police Department. I don't know if you heard them. They said, come out the front door with your hands up. This is a very active scene here this morning in Southwest Oklahoma City. The police are here in front of me, the hospital on the other side. We know somebody came here this morning with a gunshot wound, drove themselves, non-fatal. We know that's also a juvenile. We're not sure if this is connected. It's right across the street from this hospital. Whoever that they just took into cuffs is in the back of the police car. We just saw them put them in. It looks like a middle-aged man. Not really sure what's happening right now. Police are still investigating. They're all around the perimeter of this home. The light just came on. An officer did tell us, you know, our car's on the other side of this home. They said do not go over there and to stay behind the police car because that's what's going to shield us from bullets. So, you know, we're trying to stay safe out here, Robin. I'll let you know as things unfold.
Addie, Crawford, they're live watching this unfold. You are watching live right now. We just heard police live on News 9.
Police department, if you're at 1105 Southwest 43rd, go ahead and come outside, come out the front door.
So you're hearing the commands from Oklahoma City Police to whoever is inside the house right near 42nd and Douglas on the southwest side of Oklahoma City to come out of the home with their hands up. We saw in front of our cameras just about 10 minutes ago.
1105 Southwest 43rd. Come out of the house with your hands up.
That's the exact address, 1105 Southwest 43rd. Get out of the house with your hands up. So this is a very fluid scene. You're watching it live unfold. Again, 2 scenes unfolding across the street from here is Southwest Integris Hospital. And Storm, that's where we kind of saw the initial crime scene. We have crime tape up around the emergency room.
And that's because police say a juvenile with a non-life-threatening injury was taken to this hospital just across the street by a vehicle, and they roped off with crime scene tape that emergency room entrance. Question you got to be asking now is we heard that gunshot. What was this person shooting at in this home there? Police do have at least one person in custody. Scanners reporting initially maybe up to 4 people in custody now at this scene in southwest Oklahoma City.
And if you're a neighbor in this area, you are waking up to this. Police on the loudspeaker, and you heard it right there. If there's anyone else in the house, come out. So the kind of 2 different crime scenes unfolding. We're trying to figure out, is the shots fired and the people in the house connected to the juvenile that showed up with shotgun injuries? Let's listen in.
Yes. So just go in this little.
All right, so they are moving our crews back right now. So this could become what's called a standoff situation. They're trying to see if there's anyone else in the house, and it sounds like they believe that there is. So this all unfolding southwest 42nd and Douglas, very close to Western. So a very active crime scene out there.
Yeah, so just bear with us as we, our camera crew is moving really more across the street, closer to Integris Southwest Hospital there. But again, really kind of the breaking news unfolding right now. We have a standoff across from the hospital. Then we have crime scene tape up at the emergency room at Southwest Integris after one person is brought to the hospital with a gunshot wound. Possibly the shooting happened inside the car. That sedan is right parked outside the emergency room. Crime scene tape, and then this is the scene playing out across the street from the hospital.
Our Addie Crawford at the scene saying, yes, police are asking us to move further back because they have guns drawn and they are trying to get someone from this home to come out. So we are having to move back as far as our perimeter to let police do their thing right there on the southwest side.
There were 2 people that crossed in front of the camera right near the hospital and then headed over to the street here that you're looking at. And then immediately we saw the video of the officers running across the street, guns drawn. They had the drone up looking for the suspects, and you watched it live as they did take one man into custody. And now here is the drone again. You're looking live. Oklahoma City Police with the drone getting ready to launch back up, possibly searching for more.
And our Addie Crawford still on the scene there. Addie, we saw police had to move you back. Still an active scene there.
Yes, Storm, they're just now putting this drone up once again in the air. They're still talking with whoever is inside, asking them, really begging them to come out so they don't have to get into a really dangerous situation here. We did have to move back. We were pretty close. We were in that middle median, grassy median you see right there. We had to move back because they said Police have their guns drawn. I can hear them talking to the suspect right now. I'm going to pause so I can hear what they're saying. They just said to come out of the house. Again, this is still very active. We know on the other side of me, several police cars, they just keep coming and keep coming as this scene develops. We are looking and trying to see what's happening. We'll let you know as soon as, oh, wait, 1 second.
Yeah,
They
hang with
are
it.
looking with their flashlights into other backyards, trying to see if they can find this suspect. Again, we saw and heard these gunshots ring out 5 in a row, back to back. As things develop here, Storm, we'll be sure to let you know.
And Addie, just giving you a couple of details that we're getting back here. Keep the shot up right here, but initially there were possibly as many as 4 people in the house that they rushed over to. So we saw one person at least come out in handcuffs. There could be 3 or 4 others, which is why you're now seeing the drone up in the air, the loudspeaker saying, come out of the house. So we want to stick with this video because even though we don't have brand new information, it's all unfolding right here. Police obviously searching for at least 2-3 other people.
Yeah, so I mean, imagine waking up. This is right, the 2 cross streets are 43rd, Southwest 43rd, and Douglas is kind of right where that White House is on the right side of your screen where the officers' cars are. So if you live in this area, this is the commotion playing out. The hospital is directly across the street there. And so that's why we're staying on this. At this point, we do not know if these 2 scenes are connected. You would probably deduce that they could be because we actually saw 2 people coming across from near the hospital, then going into the backyard, it looked like. Police then surrounded this home, Lacey.
I want to show you the video from earlier and we can pop back to live if we need to. But what we saw, here's our camera.
There was the gunshots.
That was the gunshots right there. And police taking off, running across the street, looking at this house, and our cameras were rolling. So was that 4 or 5 gunshots is what Addie said. And there you can hear it on the video, and police guns drawn, running over to this house directly across from the hospital. And they're trying to figure out what is going on. Why were these shots fired? And that's when multiple officers started showing up at the scene. They were calling for backup and brought one guy into custody with handcuffs, and they're still searching for others, possibly 2-3 more in this home right across from where the juvenile who had gunshot injuries showed up to the hospital. So trying to figure out, are these connected? What is going on at Southwest 42nd and Douglas?
Yeah, someone actually drove that victim to the hospital. They got out, it was like a blue, smaller sedan, and the door was open. Someone was taken into the emergency room, but we don't know about the driver who drove them there or if other people were in the car. We don't know if someone stormed into this home. I mean, we're just trying to watch this unfold live as you are, but definitely a very serious threat over here near Southwest Integris Hospital across the street at this home as police are continuing to give commands to whoever is inside that home right at the corner of 43rd and Douglas to come out with your hands up. We did see one person live being taken into custody. We don't know who that person was. We don't know if they were the homeowner or if they were the person we actually saw walk across the street from the hospital. But what we do know when we see scenes like this play out, Storm, on live TV, a very serious threat.
Well, and certainly hats off to our crew there, Addie Crawford and photojournalist Stephen Owsley. They were just at this scene at the hospital, and it really took police by surprise, too. Yeah. I think when those gunshots rang out, at least sounded like 4 or 5 of them. Police sent running over to this home just across the street from Southwest Integris, 43rd and Douglas in Southwest Oklahoma City. And we saw it play out right here live on News 9. At least 1 man arrested, but possibly several others in this home as well. We do know police have put up that drone again, asking folks to come out on the loudspeaker. If you're in that area this morning, you are seeing a massive response from Oklahoma City Police.
I don't know if Addie Crawford can still hear us or has any update for us. Addie, they're live at the scene right near Southwest 44th and Western, that particular street, 43rd and Douglas. Addie, what are you seeing? What are you hearing?
Well, Robin, it's actually relatively quiet right now. Still a lot of red and blue flashing lights. That yellow tape up to my left is still there. Haven't heard them over the loudspeaker right now. No flashlights in the backyard either. I can see the officers. They're really just standing there in the backyard. Not quite sure what happened. We don't even know if these two scenes are connected right now, but what I do know is that it has been such a wild morning. We were here because we knew that someone drove themselves to the hospital with a non-fatal gunshot wound, when all of a sudden we're just shooting video of the scene and we hear 4 or 5 back-to-back gunshots, and instantly these police officers, they ran over to the backyard. We saw someone get arrested and put into the back of a cop car. We then heard the loudspeaker, them begging somebody to come out. We know there are several people inside that they're looking for. Now, we don't know what happened. We don't know what led up to this. There's still some people walking around that were questioned earlier from the first scene that we were at. As we get to know more information and things unfold, we'll be sure to let you know. But wow, Robin, Lacey, Storm, it has been a crazy morning here in Southwest Oklahoma City.
Addie, you're doing a great job. I know that must have been terrifying to hear those shots fired. We're going to take a break and come back to this live scene in just a moment. Stay with us. You're watching News 9 this morning. If you're just now joining us, we want to show you the video that started all of this. Take a listen. That was moments ago, multiple shots fired across the street from where the shooting victim showed up. That's when officers ran over, started searching this backyard, and now we are in a situation where they're asking suspects to come out of this home. They have one man in custody. They're looking for others and trying to figure out, why were those shots fired? Are these two scenes connected? What is going on? They have several police officers at the scene. They're calling in more backup. So we're going to be following this story, but that is what unfolded live right here on News 9, leading to this possible standoff now at Southwest 42nd and Western.
Addie, did you have another update from the scene there on the southwest side?
Not really right now. We can see that they're, again, like I was saying just a few minutes ago, they're in that backyard shining lights, walking around the perimeter. I'm not sure what they're looking for. I can't really tell what it is that they're searching and looking for. Maybe possible bullet casings, because that's what it sounded like where the shots came from. Sounded multiple shots back to back to back to back. Not really sure what's happening. I see some people kind of hanging out. I'm interested to see what they say. I actually want to go check and see if they saw anything or if they know what's happening here, and I'll be sure to keep you updated on that.
Addie Crawford, thank you so much. Doing a great job reporting on this there from the scene. We're going to be following this throughout the morning.